Good morning, all. By looking at the homeworks, I'm sure that you all have understood how to solve in single entry system the statement of affairs and statement of profit and loss. So, students, till here, till this sum, eighth sum, you had all the information, like you had the capital at the beginning, you had the capital at the end, you had the drawings, you had the additional capital, and you were trying to find out profit or loss. Now the coming forth how the sums are going to be is any among these list, any can be missing, so you will have to find out. Rest all information will be given. What I mean to say is, there the net profit or net loss will be given, and you might be asked to find out additional capital. The whole format will be the same. Only thing is, what you have to say is, whatever answer is left, that is going to be your answer to the question what you are looking for. For example, if you are given capital at the beginning, you are given capital at the end, you are given drawings, and you are not given additional capital, but you are given net profit. So how do we solve? We take the capital at the beginning, then we add drawings to it, we deduct the capital, we take capital at the ending, we'll add drawings to it, we'll deduct capital at the beginning, then we will deduct the net profit, and we will get the answer, and that is going to be the additional capital. It will be more clear when I'll explain to you the illustration number 6. Just pay attention. So that's our illustration number 6. Find out the missing value. We are supposed to find out the missing value. If you see the illustration very carefully, here the additional capital is missing. Rest all information we have. Capital at the beginning, capital at the end, we have the drawings, and also the profit is given. So how do we go about solving is, you'll put the heading statement of profit and loss for the year. Because we don't know which year, you just put a dot dot dot, carry forward, then we have the particulars, and then we have the amount in rupees, within brackets just mention rupees. So here we take capital at the end, capital at the end of the year we have in the question given as 45,000. So we will write that. Be very careful when you take capital at the beginning and capital at the end. Most of the people, they do mistakes over there. Then we add drawings during the year. As per the question, we are given drawings as 5,000. So we'll add that 5,000 to this 45,000. We'll get an amount of 50,000. Generally, when we solve, what we used to do, we used to minus additional capital from this 50,000, and we used to get adjusted capital. From that, we used to deduct the capital at the beginning, and that is how we used to get net profit and net loss. But here we are given what is the profit. So we'll have to find out what is the additional capital. The whole format will be same, dear students. What happens next step is, whatever additional capital is there, we deduct it. In case if it is not there, what else we are given in the question? Capital at the beginning, we'll deduct that. Beginning of the year, you please complete these statements. I'm just writing in short for you. When we minus this 30,000 from this 50,000, we'll get an amount of 20,000. And we are already given profit. If we have profit, dear students, in the question, we'll minus that. But in case if we have loss, we will add it. So net profit as for the question given is 4,000. So we are deducting this 4,000 from 20,000. The balancing figure 16,000. This is going to be the additional capital which was introduced during the year. Okay. So whatever amount is left at the last, we'll take that as the missing figure. It could be additional capital, it could be the drawings, or it could be net profit or net loss. So additional capital brought in. So this was your illustration number 6, dear students. Okay, yes. Now let us have a look at illustration number 7. Illustration number 7, Now, what is different in this illustration is, till illustration number 6, you had all the details, capital at the beginning and capital at the end, and rest all information. But in illustration number 7, here one of the capitals is given and one capital is missing, which you'll have to calculate. If you remember the first class of solvation of this chapter, you were taught how to find out capital through the statement of affairs. So here, in this illustration, you'll be preparing statement of affairs and also you will be preparing the statement of profit and loss. Just have a look at the question. Gopal started the business on January 1st, 2014 with a capital of rupees 4,50,000 on December 31st, 2014. Let us begin again. Gopal started his business on 1st January 2014 with a capital of 4,50,000. Okay. So starting in the beginning means capital at the beginning is 4,50,000. December 31st, 2014 his position was as under. Means the assets and liabilities of the companies were so. By the end you will have to find out the capital. If you see here in the illustration, capital at the beginning is given. Capital at the end we will have to find out. How do we write? Books of Mr. Gopal. Statement of affairs as on 31st December 2014 means capital at the end. Cash is an asset. Bills receivable is an asset. Land and building plant is an asset. Furniture is an asset. Creditors is a liability. Okay. After posting all this, we get a total of 4,52,000 as assets, and when we minus 30,000 from this, we are left with 4,22,000. This is going to be the balancing figure, that is capital at the end. Okay. So what is the capital at the end? 4,22,000. Capital at the beginning 4,50,000. Now follows rest of the question. Just have a look. He owned ₹45,000 from his friend Sukumar on that date. He withdrew 8,000 per month for his household purposes. Ascertain profit and loss. Okay. So here whatever amount he has taken from his friend Sukumar, he has put that into the business. So we will consider it as the additional capital. And 8,000 per month he had been taking. 8 into 12. How much will get? 96,000. Okay. So drawings amount will be 8,000 into 12 months, because here per month is given. In case if it is given as per annum, we will just take 8,000. Now have a look at this statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st December 2014. Particulars, amount in rupees is given. Capital at the end we calculated, 4,22,000 is put. Drawings, 8,000 per month means 12 months in a year, 96,000. When we deduct 96,000 from 4,22,000, we get 5,18,000. How much additional capital is introduced? The amount which he has taken from his friend, 45,000, we will deduct that. Okay. So from this 4,22,000, the drawings is added. 96,000, we get an amount of 5,18,000. We will deduct the capital. Then this balance, this figure, 4,73,000 is the adjusted capital at the end of the year, December 31st, 2014. From this, we will deduct the capital at the beginning, which is already given in the question as 4,50,000. If you see, this upper figure is more and this 4,50,000 is lesser than this amount, 23,000, that is going to be our profit made during the year. In case if this adjusted capital is more than the capital which was there at the beginning, this is going to be our loss. Okay. So this was about illustration number 7, dear students, and you will be solving all the questions which have this model of illustration number 6 and 7 from your textbook.